Welcome to Beyond the Script. My name is Nikki. I am your spiritual life coach and intuitive business mentor. And today we are going to discuss the difference between purpose versus life's work. So many people get caught up in the idea of finding their purpose as if it's a one-time discovery. But what if your purpose isn't meant to be permanent at all? What if your purpose is fluid, right? And it changes with the seasons and it changes as you continue to evolve. You can have a purpose in one season that is not necessarily a purpose in another. Whereas your life's work is something that you will do no matter what season you are in. So, for example, right, if you're a mom out there, your purpose right now could very much be to take care of your little ones, to show up as a fully present mother, to do, mothering type of duties and tasks for your kids. But that can still be separate from your life's work. I'll give you an example for myself, right? For myself, my life's work has to do in spiritual teachings and in personal development and in things like, that revolve around that style of journey. That type of work is not going to go away. But my purpose can change alongside of that, right? My purpose in one season might be to be a mother. My purpose in another season might be to do only coaching, right? It might be that right now I am meant to coach women entrepreneurs. That can then evolve to where maybe my purpose in a different season is being meant to mentor moms, right? Or meant to help moms rediscover their purpose. So your purpose can change with the seasons, whereas your life's work is always going to be your life's work. The reason that I really wanted to record this episode today is because I want to help you see the difference so that you can stop pressuring yourself to find one single answer and instead be able to embrace the truth of both and to be able to see how it is fluid and how, this can completely evolve with what it is that is happening in your life. So when we think of purpose, I want you to think of it, if we look at nature, right? And purpose in nature, it's fluid, it's evolving, it is seasoned based. It reflects your current calling, desires, or the way you're meant to show up in the current chapter of life, as I mentioned a moment ago. Whereas your life's work is fixed, foundational, and lifelong. This is what you want to be known for. When your time to transition off of this earth comes, your life's work is what you're here to build, be known for, contribute to, and how you will make the world a better place, leaving it better than you left it. For some of you, your life's work might be in mothering. And I use that as an example of a season because obviously as our kids grow, the season of motherhood changes, right? And so when you think of it, going back to my nature description, I like to look at it as like a tree trunk, right? And so, or a tree, I should say. And so a tree has trunk and roots, and then it has branches. And so your life's work is the trunk and the roots. That is what the tree is, who you are at the core, right? It doesn't waver, it anchors down. Everything that you do branches off of that. And so when you picture the tree and it's branching out, the tree branches are the different purposes that you'll have in different seasons, right? And sometimes your purpose will feel extremely full and fulfilling. And, like when a tree is full of leaves, if you will, it'll feel extremely fulfilling and like, yes, I'm meant to be doing this and it's so good. Other times your purpose might be a little bit more dry, a little bit more inward, a little bit more isolated, right? Think of like the winter time, once the leaves have fallen off on the trees, there's like a shedding that takes place. And then, the tree is left bare, but the tree trunk does not change. Your life's work will remain, even if on the outside it looks a little bit bare, right? These are like the boring seasons, if you will. And then it renews. The leaves come back, spring comes around, there's new rebirth, right? This is the changing of the season. This is when your purpose might evolve into something different, and then it flourishes, and then you shed it again, and then it evolves. And this is why the purpose portion is forever changing. It can change every few years. It could change every couple months. There's really no like definitive time scale on that because your purpose is going to change as your journey evolves, as you continue along your life journey and you heal through new experiences and you grow through new experiences and life throws external circumstances at you, you're going to find yourself in these different purposeful periods doing different things based around what it is that you're going through, right? And what it is you can guide others through. But your life's work will stay consistent over the decades. It runs through all of your jobs, all of your businesses, all of the projects that you take on. So, for example, no matter what my purpose is and what I do to guide others and who I'm meant to guide during different seasons, it will always be rooted in spiritual growth and personal development and identity work and intuition and things of that nature. That has never wavered. When I look back in hindsight on my own journey, before I really grasped this concept of life's work versus purpose, when I look back on the different things that I've done, right? When I was helping people do email marketing and when I was helping people share their stories on social media and all of that, it all still led back to the core root of personal and spiritual development. And I didn't see that at the time. I was just going through the motions. I was so stuck on trying to figure out my lifelong purpose before I was really able to grasp the idea that purposes change with the seasons and that purposes are forever evolving. And like I said, they grow and they shed and they rebirth and all of that. And so your purpose is usually about what is meaningful for you now, what feels meaningful right now. Who are you meant to help in this moment, right? What is the message that you're meant to carry or the lessons you're here to embody in a specific stage? The stages change as I went through like my sober curious journey, right? Now it's like that is a portion of my purpose is to guide other women through that. But that's not necessarily my life's work. I'm gonna leave that to other people. There's other people who that is their life's work, and I commend them for that. I don't feel that's my life's work, but I do feel that it carries heavy weight when it comes to, helping other people through that same journey. Right now, you could say your purpose is to help women rediscover their voice, right? But that could later evolve into something like helping women monetize their gifts or guiding mothers through transition. And I believe I mentioned that earlier. And with those examples, no matter the variation, it could, the life's work could always be empowerment through creativity and self expression, right? No matter how it looks, that is like the core and the anchor of that. So, for any listeners out there, I want you to think about your purpose right now and then how it integrates into your life's work. So, when you think of your life's work being what you want to be known for, what is it that you want to be known for, right? You can pull out your notebook and do a whole journal entry on this. Like, what legacy am I meant to leave here? What am I meant to be known for? And from that, then think about the things that you've gone through that revolve a little bit around that, right? And what do you feel called to do in this season of life? Are you feeling called to mentor others? Are you feeling called to do, like mentoring through a DIY? Are you feeling called to do group coaching? Are you feeling called to, do writing, right? Like what purpose do you feel called to in this season of life? Who do you feel called to guiding right now? And how does that integrate in with what your life's work is? So, a couple little reflective questions that you could journal on. If purpose is fluid, what do I feel called to do in this season of my life? And for any new listeners out there, you turn this into an intuitive writing prompt. What that means is you take out a sheet of paper, you can write down one of the questions that I'm about to give you. Set a timer for 10 minutes so that you're writing for at least 10 minutes. Put on some relaxing music and just write. You don't have to put thought to it. Just write and see what comes up beneath the surface, because I'm a firm believer that all of the answers we seek are right there within us. So, back to the reflective questions. If purpose is fluid, what do I feel called to do in this season of life? What do I feel my purpose is in this moment? When I look I'm sorry. When I look back on things that I've done, what has always remained consistent? What in my work remains consistent? What is the underlying theme of what I'm supposed to do in this lifetime? So those are a couple different prompts you can use for both uncovering a little bit of life's work and uncovering your purpose. I'm also going to drop in the show notes. It'll be a link to what I call right now your uncover your purpose meditation. It's a 10-minute guided meditation. It's free. That will help you. Well, it's free at the time of this recording. That can always change. But anyways, at the time of this recording, it is free. So I'm going to drop that in the show notes. You can grab that. It's a 10-minute guided meditation to help you understand what it is you're meant to be doing right now. We don't have to have all of our answers today. We don't have to have everything figured out today. And that is the key message I want you to understand when it comes to purpose, is that what you do today, what you do in this season, this month, this year, can evolve. And it doesn't mean that all of a sudden all of your life's work is wasted or that anything like that. It just means that your purpose is going to evolve as you evolve. And that is totally normal. And that is really how it's supposed to be. So like I said, I'm going to I'm going to drop those into the show notes. If you want further connection to your higher self, if you have a business and you're really wanting to uncover your purpose in business, I'm also going to drop in the show notes the link to my business vision reset meditation. That one comes with a journaling guide, and that one helps guide you through this season of entrepreneurship. So once again, the key takeaway is that your purpose can change and evolve. And if you really felt like you found something useful in this episode, or that it was, changed you in some way, definitely feel free to share along with the friends, other entrepreneurs, other women who you feel can benefit from this. If you listen to the episode, go ahead and tag me on Instagram at _the Nikki Lynn and tell me what your biggest takeaway was. Until next week, everybody have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to hear about the purpose that you uncover this week. Talk to you later.